Good morning, students. Today we will study the introductory part of your chapter, that is Biostatistics and Research Methodology. In this we are going to study about what is statistics, what are the various parts that is connected to statistics, and what are biostatistics. So what will be the various partitions in the biostatistics. Okay, so let us have a look over what is biostatistics and biostatistics in public health research, descriptive statistics, inference statistics. These are the various types of biostatistics. Okay, and then we will go forward towards the various tests, okay, to analyze the data, statistical data which is being observed by any specific test. Now, first of all, what is biostatistics? First, you think about what is statistics. To understand biostatistics, you have to understand about statistics. Okay, so statistics is the science that is concerned with the developing and studying methods for collecting, analyzing, interpreting, and presenting the data which is being observed by the any specific test. Okay, so this is purely a mathematical term or mathematical parameter in which the set of some equations which are being used to analyze the data. Okay, so statistics is a branch of science that is highly interdisciplinary field. Okay, so when we are applying statistics in different fields, so it is classified, like when we are applying statistics in health field, then it is health statistics, medical statistics, vital statistics, mathematical statistics, etc. Okay, so these are the basic introduction of statistics. Okay, so it is the common perception of statistics means numbers, table, figure, polls, rates. Okay, these all are the types of observations we are getting after any test, and we have to analyze all those numbers, all those tabular forms, all those figures to reach up to a conclusion. Okay, so what is biostatistics? When the statistics is being connected to the living organisms or living population. Okay, so biostatistics is the development and application of statistics to research in health related fields. Okay, so this is biostatistics. So how this biostatistics is applied in our health system. Okay, so when we are about to study about any methods or methodology, so this technique is applied like this. There are some new statistical techniques are there. Okay, high speed of computing, geographical patterns of disease. Geographical patterns of disease means where the disease have been spread. So we can take the example of COVID-19. Okay, so it started spreading from China and then to several parts of the world. Okay, several countries also. So we were studying about the geographical patterns. Okay, then clinical trial study, you know that there are several phases in clinical trials. Then longitudinal analysis, data analysis in the epidemiology studies. Okay, so these all are the various parts in which we are going to apply the biostatistics. Okay, now what are the various types of errors that occurs in statistical method? So error occur in the research design. When we have planned the research that we have to perform these various parameters, these tests. Okay, so there are chances of causing the errors in the design only. So what happened if there is improper control group is there in the case control design? If we are getting biased in the selection, means sample does not represent the study population. Okay, and if the sample size is very small. Okay, so these are the types of error which takes place in the research design. And errors in the statistical methods. So parametric test, statistics for small sample, t-test for the related sample, t-test or analysis of variance, that is ANOVA for the samples that do not meet the assumptions, okay, where we cannot assume, means normality, equal variances, independence. Then t-test for the multiple comparison, regression for nominal dependent variable, regression with the multicollinearity, chi-square test with cell size less than 5. So these all are the various parameters, various tests of statistical methods to ultimately to conclude the test, okay, by this specific test what we are getting. Now let's have a look on the statistical methods. So statistical method is we can classify it in two types under the heading of parametric statistics. So it is divided into two types. First one is your descriptive statistics and second one is your inferential statistics, okay. And after that non-parametric statistical techniques are also there, okay. So when we come to the classification, descriptive statistics, what is meant by descriptive statistics? In this, when we are measuring the central tendency, variation, correlation types of parameter, means we are having a proper description of any test. So it will come under descriptive statistics. And what is under the inferential statistics? Means when we are involving the inferences, estimations, predictions, hypothesis testing, okay. Inferential, we are getting influential by these parameters, okay. We don't have a particular data for that, but we are assuming. So when we are assuming, when there are assumptions, then that statistical parameter will be known as inferential statistics, okay. Next is the comparison between the descriptive versus inferential statistics. When the mean and the standard deviation, it can be used in two ways, okay. So one way is to describe the distribution of data and the other is to infer something about the population, okay. This is the type of statistical test. Because what happens when the sampling distribution of the mean is normally distributed, so we can use the normal mean to show how close the parameter is likely to be like the sample mean, and we can make the decision about the treatments. Now let us have a look on descriptive statistics. What comes under descriptive statistics when we are calculating the mean, median, mode, variance, standard deviation, range, these are all the parts of range like interquartile range, quartile range, skewness, kurtosis. These all are the parameters of descriptive statistics, like frequency tables, bar charts, pie charts, histograms, stem and leaf display. These all are the types of displays which we are using in the descriptive statistics, okay. So variables have distributions. What are variables? So variable is a thing or variable is a part that changes or has different values, okay. So a distribution, what is meant by distribution? Variables like x variable, y variable, we have studied in our mathematics, okay. So what is distribution? It is a collection of measures usually across the people. So that collection is known as distribution. So distribution of number can be summarized, okay. Therefore it is known as statistics or parameters. This is your central tendency. Central tendency is what? The middle of the distribution. The graph, you are getting the curve is there. You can see in the graph, okay. There is a curve and the peak part of the curve, okay. So the middle part of the curve will be known as central tendency, middle of the distribution. So what is middle of the distribution? We will study in middle of distribution mean, median and mode. Mean is the average part, okay. When we are calculating the average part, so that will be your arithmetic mean. Median is what? top from bottom 50%. Okay, we have to calculate the middle one. So this is be your median, and mode is the highest frequency, that is the most common score. Highest frequency is there, that is our mode. Okay, so this is all for today's session. The detailed part of middle of distribution, that is our mean, median and mode, we will study in our next video. Thank you.